How to go from where you are right now to peak performance. Now, every industry is going to be a little bit different as far as what this number is, but stick with me, this is worth the longer explanation. When you're looking at a map, one of the most important things on the map, final destination, very important, but do you remember that old sign that we've got, the "You are here" sign? That's actually crazy important in order to get to my ending. If I don't know where I'm starting, I don't know what roads to take to get to where I'm at. All of us, I'm just going to use the example of 5 sales a week is a good week. For your industry, it might be different. Everybody wants to get to 5 sales a week. But in order to get to 5 sales a week, you got to get to 4 sales a week first. And before 4, you got to 3 and 2 and 1.5 and then 1. But it's so important to know where you're starting from, all right? So lots of times we have to plateau up in order to get to whatever number it is in our selling. If today, right now, you're only getting 1 sale a week, it's a great goal to get to 5 sales a week. But what you've got to clock into is that you are that person. I'm 1 sale a week person, that's who I am. And I've got to prove to myself, and I got to prove to my managers, to my leaders, to my team that that's who I am. I get 1 sale a week. You do that for 1.5 or 2 weeks. Then in order to get to 2 sales, you actually got to be a 1.5 sale a week person. So you got to get a half a sale more, an extra sale every 2 weeks before you become 2 sales a week rep. But prove to yourself, prove to those that are around you and to your leaders that that's who you are. And then you'll be able to get to 2 sales a week, and then 3 sales a week, and 4 sales a week. Sorry for my scribble scratch here. That's a 3. But just like at the gym, if I go to the gym and I'm bench pressing, I don't add like 1 more pound to my weights every single time that I go. I go in and I max out, and then I build my program off of my new max, and then I'm working my max for a few months, and then I max out again and I get to another level. That's the same idea. It could be track, it could be any of these sports that you do, or chess, whatever. You get to a certain level, then you've got to prove to yourself and prove to others that that's who you are. I bench 230. In order to get to 245, I got to bench 230 first. And I got to build off of that, and then 245, and then 265, and so on and so forth. You'll continue to grow, and you'll get to that number each week that your goal is, only if you start here. Know where you're starting, know where you want to go, prove to yourself and to others that you're that person first, and get to all the other levels. You'll eventually get to your goal. Again, longer explanation, going from a good sales rep to an extraordinary sales rep is this process. Continue to plateau up in your activity, in your sales, you'll get there.